Hello and welcome back to X-Plane 11. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today we are going to be, as it says in the title of this video, we are going to be looking at Orbx TrueEarth GB Central. Now currently I am at Echo Golf November X-Ray. That is East Midlands Airport in the East Midlands, not too far from Derby, Nottingham and Leicester, and we are going to be going north from here. So if I were to just look in this direction, we would be headed off, we're heading off in that direction in this video, and that is the reason I am here, is because it's about 10 miles down the road is where it cuts out. I think 10 or 12 miles down the road is where it cuts out. So we're going to be heading in that direction, and today we are going to be looking at the Peak District, which is an area north of Derbyshire. So we're going to be looking at that, or in Derbyshire, but going north, and we're going to be taking a look at the Peak District because it is one of the most scenic areas in the United Kingdom. So I want to see what it looks like in X-Plane. We're using the Piper PA-28 Arrow 3 from Just Flight, but obviously this is not going to be the focus of this video. The focus of the video is going to be, of course, the Orbx scenery. So we're going to be having a look around. Hopefully I'm going to get head tracking running, and we're going to have quite an interesting time. Once we're in the air, I'll be talking about Orbx itself. I'll be talking about the price, what it covers, the areas it covers. I'll read a bit off their manual, and we'll talk about install time and loading time. So make sure you stay tuned for this episode for the first look at Orbx TrueEarth GB Central, as well as probably the next two episodes where we take a look at a few different areas. I'll take one into Wales, we'll have a look at Snowdonia, places like that, and also probably places like Newcastle, Liverpool, Humberside, and places like that. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. Okay, so here we are, ready to go, and I'm just going to switch on a few of the lights. Pitot heat needs to go on, those need to go on, fuel pump needs to go on for takeoff, as far as I remember. I'll get rid of that because we don't really need to see it. We're not going to use any of the navigation instruments. I am just going to tune in on... where? Over here. I am going to tune in, is it 116.7? Is that what it is? Nope, 115.7. There we go, 115.7. Just going to tune in Trent just in case we need it, which is outside of this area anyway. So we're going to take off, flaps down. Not going to have head tracking on just yet for the takeoff roll, but we should get ourselves going, and let's enjoy. Controls are a little bit more sensitive today, it seems. It's a little bit windy too. Get up. And it is a little bit cloudy. Unfortunately, the weather isn't great, as is the weather today. Actually, what I'm going to do, I am going to... I know what's going on. It's this. Can I freeze weather? Tell you what I need to do. I'm just going to freeze up the weather and give ourselves this sort of clouds. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's begin our turn. Now, we've seen the power station and everything before because this was included in the last one, so we don't have to worry about this. But it's onwards from here. Thank you for placing me back in the clouds. What on earth happened there? Thank you, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Did I not apply and save that? Let's try that again. Fantastic, okay. Right. Let's start leveling ourselves out here. As we knock ourselves into a northern direction. I'm actually going to check this once again and ensure that this is... There we go, download latest data. That's probably what it is. So it must have just downloaded another lot and... There we go. Alright. Now we're more stable. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn in this direction. Slightly. Did that just try and put some more clouds in? I feel like it was attempting to do so and then decided, nope, not going to do that. And it's about that point there where it cut out. You guys might remember from a previous video that I made that it cut out at that point. Well, let's start bringing that prop down, bring that mixture back. Take a look down actually to ensure that that's okay. Mixture a little further back. Something like that seems quite good. I'm surprised the flaps were still out I mean. I thought I brought them in, but apparently not. Shows how long I haven't flown this plane in. I think the last time I flew this aircraft was... testing this, I think. I was testing something. After that I've only flown a jet. But anyway, we are now headed around the Derby area, so that's... the airport is somewhere behind us. There it is. It's the airport. We've got Derby out that way. A few of these lights. It's train lines. How nice. I want to actually get some more power going in. Let's get some good speed up here. $120. Let's try and get to about 140 now. And what I'll do is I'll also bug up the heading. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that's the heading hold on for us quite nicely. And we'll just let ourselves accelerate. So this is all about to go into a new area, and now it's time, I think now it's a good time to talk about X-Plane. So, or not, sorry, not X-Plane, Orbx, that's the correct thing. So, first of all, the installation size is about 90 gigabytes, I think. It's a massive, massive installation, but I think it's like a 20 gigabyte download. Or something of the sort. This is Derby that we're flying over at the moment. So we're going to... we'll turn in a bit. So Derby city centre. I'm going to turn in over that direction to go into the Peak District. But I just want to sort of get ourselves over the right area. There's that Markeaton Park over there. Is that the football stadium? And we'll turn ourselves in here. Very nicely. Of course, I have to manually hold that nose up, even though the heading changes on its own. And I'll switch on the head tracking in a minute. But anyway, available for about £30, which is $40, 35 euros, something like that. This covers 37,000 square miles of hand-corrected, crisp, colour-matched aerial imagery. So it's photorealistic imagery On top of that, we've got the new autogen developed specially for X-Plane 11, which allows thousands of realistic looking UK themed houses to be placed at a realistic height with minimal performance impact. So there you go, there's a bunch of the houses in Derby. Now what I am going to say is that more so, it's not that it's minimal impact, it actually improves the performance. I've found that this improves the performance of X-Plane 11. I found better frames with Orbx than without, even though it looks significantly better. There are 72.5 million trees in this area, so that's absolutely incredible, which means that the forests look incredibly realistic. In fact, if we look down there, you can see all these trees lining the farms and little woods and thickets and things like that. There's a thicket right there, some woods right there. Really, really nice to see that. 4 million buildings. 4 million, you did hear that correctly. I think that's incredible. To have 4 million buildings in something like this is brilliant, and they're all at the correct height and location apparently. So that's awesome. Which I really like to see this kind of thing. We've got the VFR landmarks, masts, mobile phone masts, wind farms, churches, power lines, lighthouses. All of them are accurately placed and in correct positions. We've got hundreds of custom modelled 3D points of interest, and there are hand-placed custom model landmarks placed throughout the scenery, such as bridges, skyscrapers, castles, piers, monuments. You'll see this in cities such as Liverpool, Manchester, Newcastle. Off the side of Grimsby, you'll see the Humber Bridge, Hull, places like that. The mesh is a 10-meter mesh, which brings out all the detail and the natural features, so you get to see things a lot better, such as the hills and the beaches. You actually see that the mesh is a lot more accurate. In fact, I'd say it's even more accurate than HD mesh, which is something that we were trying. We're going to turn in over that side, by the way. That's the Peak District National Park, right across there. I think this is Matlock. I think. I'll have to have a look. Aside from that, we also have water masking along the entire coastline, so it looks accurate. You've got accurate road and rail traffic, which is blended into the imagery, and you've got left-hand drive traffic, as we have in the UK. And we've also got the control panel to use photoreal major roads and motorways, or the synthetic X-Plane ones. I'm using the photoreal one, so everything looks photorealistic, as you can see over there. Photorealistic stuff in every location. Unfortunately, the one downside I will say to this is it's summer season only, as you would expect from X-Plane. X-Plane only has summer, so unfortunately that is all we're going to have. Right, let's switch this on. Let's switch on some head tracking. Oops, I said let's switch on the head tracking first and start taking a look around. So there's the Peak District. I'm actually going to turn in, yeah, I'm going to actually turn in over that. Let's do that. We should be able to take a decent look around. Now the only problem is, because I'm using the heading bug, it kind of makes it a little bit harder. Let's switch on AviTab 2 so we can have a look at a map and see exactly where we are. Actually, Matlock is still a little ways away. I thought that was Matlock. That's Ambergate. So we've got some waters there. Castleton Water out that way. We're heading towards Wirksworth. We'll go... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to disable the autopilot, just so I can fly this a little bit better myself. Make that nice and small, bring that there, put that like that, and we should be able to have a look around. But this is the Peak District right here. I'll make this even smaller actually. I just need a very small reminder of where we're flying. So we're just going to enjoy the flight over the area and really take in the stunning detail that we have in the Peak District. And of course we're going to be able to see the Lake District and everything like that as well. I do apologise about the in and out. I am trying to work on a fix for that, but I haven't quite got it yet. And I'm not going to climb above 2,000 feet, and we should be, so we should be okay, at least for this part of the Peak District. We will have to go higher at some point. It's going to a slight climb, figure out exactly where we are. Alright, so we've got the town of Matlock over on this side. There it is. That's Matlock down there. You should see when you're actually in Matlock and you're looking up at some of the houses, they're sort of way up there on the hill. I do feel like I should be slightly further back. Okay. And so now we're entering the Peak District proper. There's a road around here called the Snakes Pass. Amazing road, incredibly dangerous, but has some amazing scenery. See if I can find that road. Just gonna swing over this way. If I follow the Derwents, we should be able to come across the road, because the road should run alongside it at some point. I think that's it. Maybe. That road could be it. Any of these roads could be it as we go into the actual part of Peak District. So this is all the Peak District here. This entire area. And then of course we've got Manchester out that way. We've got Sheffield here. We've got Liverpool out this way too. Manchester and Liverpool. Newcastle is out this way. That's Grimsby and Hull. Leeds, York and Newcastle up way up here. There it is. Anyway, let's get back. Oh, actually this is a good place for me to show you what is covered. So it covers sort of that area. It does a really weird thing around here. It doesn't actually cover all of it like that. So it's not just a square and it cuts off. It covers like that for some reason. And then this area is all going to be in another one. I think it does it not from Newcastle but from Edinburgh. So it's there. Something like that. And I'm not entirely sure why they've done that. But anyway, back to our aircraft. And getting to enjoy the Peak District. And as you can see, in fact, I don't think we need Avitam anymore. As you can see, it really is quite something special. In fact, if I switch off head tracking, reset that, let's cheat this. Come on, let's cheat this. That on, that on. That should hold my altitude. There we go. And take a look around. That looks really quite nice. Let's go off in that direction. That looks interesting. That looks interesting too. And of course in this area it's a lot more sort of hills and mountains and stuff like that as opposed to cities. And I will be looking at cities at some point. But for now, just hills and mountains. This area is quite nice. And you can just see the detail that they have actually got on this. It's very good. Obviously, the higher up you are, the better it's going to be. This isn't designed for super close viewing. And that's a good thing, because if it was, it would be a massive, massive file. I'm interested to see that quarry. I want to see that quarry and then that area there. Head tracking was making me a little bit dizzy. Actually, I do want to see this entire area here. I'm not sure what it is. Sheffield's that way. Some cliff faces there which do exist. Although that road looks a little bit wobbly, I will say that. There are a few fixes here and there I'm sure they're going to do. Some of the roads do look a little wobbly, just a little. Yep, that is a quarry. That's definitely a quarry. That's lovely to see. Something you didn't see in, you didn't see that in normal Explain. So we've got that. We've got some water there. I'm going to bring up Avitab once again. It's exactly where we are. Peak Dale. It's that area there. Bring that mixture down. So we're heading towards Buxton. Buxton is in maybe Buxton, the place where we get water from. Buxton Water? Not too sure. We've got Macclesfield there. Whaley Bridge. We're actually going to turn around and let's have a look at other places. Let's head towards Stanage End. So we'll go over Win Hill, Bamford and Stanage End. Yeah, let's do that. Although for that, I think I'm going to have to climb. So let's go ahead and do a bit of a climb first. Yeah, definitely a climb required. Because look at how large the hills are now. Now they're coming into, in Britain, this will be coming up to mountains. This is the peak forest. And realistically, we should not be able to fly this low over this area. In real life, I do not think we would be allowed in any which way to do this. Let's get ourselves a little bit of clearance though. If I remember correctly, we should be safe at around 3,000 feet. Should be safe over everything. And then I do want to look for the Snake's Pass, which I can't actually find. So we've got Castleton there. So in the valley there, that's Castleton. Little towns everywhere. Continue climbing just a bit. But you can see this is very, very accurate actually. Incredibly accurate. Although I think the viaduct would look different there. Wouldn't look quite like that. Train going into it. That would be the Transpennine Express actually. Or the Transpennine, maybe not the Transpennine Express. I think that might be the Transpennine. Okay, I think we're safe at around this altitude, so we'll level ourselves off there. And make a turn to Stanage End. End. Edge? End. By the way, Avitab, absolutely fantastic. Incredible bit of kit. But aside from that, obviously, like I said, focus here is this. And this looks stunning. Really does. Absolutely, I mean, that ridgeline, that peak there, which is this area here, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Where is this railway going? Is this the railway I think it is? Sheffield. Does it go to Leeds? Doncaster. No, it goes to Leeds. It's not the one I'm thinking of. Wakefield, so Leeds is up there. No, this is the Transpennine one, I think. That one there. Yeah, I think that's the Transpennine route. So this is a different one. Where's the aircraft? There it is. Alright, so we've got our water here, these bits over here. Yorkshire Bridge coming up on some side. Somewhere there, maybe. I don't see a bridge. Maybe it's not a bridge, maybe it's just called bridge because there used to be a bridge there. Water looks absolutely lovely in this area. And then we're going to come past, as I said, we're going to fly straight past Stanage End. I think it's pronounced Stanage End. Which would be... where would that be? I'm just trying to think as to how... it's probably going to be just there or something. And then we'll fly over Sheffield. I think we'll fly over Sheffield to end this video. Here it comes. So let's see if there's anything that looks different over here. Because all these are marked, so there must be something in the area. There's this pink line everywhere. I'm just trying to figure out what that is. I think it's a boundary end. I think that must be it over there, just over the edge. Into the water maybe? I'm not too sure. Could be anything. I thought that was something a little bit more. Got a few reservoirs there. We've got some marshland, it seems, over on this area. That is it flooded? No. But it looks wonderful. It really, really does look amazing. We'll go outside again. Let's take a look outside. And I'll bring that volume down. Aside from it being quite loud, it just... that is so nice to see. I would love to fly over this place and really start looking at all the different points, seeing what I can find, seeing what I recognise, seeing what's new, seeing all that kind of stuff. It'd be wonderful. It really would be wonderful. But that, I think, concludes the first part where we flew over the Peak District. Just a brief look at the Peak District, and we're about to fly into Sheffield. Is there an airport I could land at? Aviator's tablet. Avitab. Tell me, is there an airport I can land at? Find me an airport. Don't know. Not too sure. There should be an airport somewhere. I just need to find it. No airports in this area, it seems. No airports in this area? Unfortunate. I thought there would be an airport. I know there's one in Doncaster. In fact, that's an airport right there, isn't it? That is an airport. That's Doncaster Airport, isn't it? So there's an airport, but no airport that I can see in Sheffield. Hang on a second. I see an airport coming up on radar. Oh, that's Doncaster though, isn't it? What's my rings? 35 nautical miles. That's got to be Doncaster. Alright, well, in that case, I'm going to end this. Look at that. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Sheffield Football Stadium is that. That's actually represented. That's amazing how accurately that's represented. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Orbx. What is this called? TrueEarth GB Central. I almost said GB South again. GB Central. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Download link or purchase link is in the description box below. Fantastic, fantastic scenery. I'll be showing you more. We'll start having a look at Manchester and Liverpool in the next video, and after that we'll go over towards Hull and see if we can go across the coast. From Hull we'll fly all the way up and we'll see if we can get to Newcastle. So aside from that, if you want to support me on Patreon, please do www.patreon.com/ecgadgets. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetslp for both Twitter and Instagram, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/ecgadget. That's all from me. I'll see you guys next time for the second part of the review for Orbx TrueEarth GB Central.